Hello, welcome to the Lighthouse broadcast. We are happy to see you tune in. This is the program we have designed to help us reconstructing our world. What I mean by our world, we learned on the past video that the world we are talking about is the world that we created ourselves. And the place where this creation take place is here. It's not far from you. It's not even at your neighbor's place, but you live in it every second of your life. Now, I created my world that I live in. So do you. The difference now is that, are you happy with the world you created? Am I happy with my world? So as we took a good look out there, we saw that majority of human beings are not happy with the world that they created. There's a stress and a heavy load burden in almost everyone's shoulder. And the load is wearing us out. And we don't even know the way out of it. You see, that's how it is. This is how important this program is, because it's designed to show us the way out. So this program, we name it the light of the world. Another word, the knowledge that your world needs. So the first topic or title, excuse me, we started off with is Reconstructing Your World. So we have created some keys that we are happy to give you so that you can begin to open up to a new place where you can now recreate the world that you desire. So, we also learned that the world we are talking about is our thought. Everything that you have, or you are going through, or you are experiencing in life came out of your thoughts. It came out of your mind. You thought of it and you spoke it to existence. And the law of universe cannot deny you what you have created or what you have called to be. That's how God created what he desired. He thought of it and he spoke of it and it became a reality. You and I, we are doing the same thing. That's why we are called gods. The word God means the one that has ability to create something from nothing. So, what kind of God are you? What kind of creation are you creating? Or what kind of creation have you created already? So we are here to help us get understanding, get some knowledge. We are here to prepare ourselves for another way of seeing things, or another way of creating a better way of life, or another world that we can all enjoy and be in harmony with one another, especially with yourself. You are not having self-harmony. You are not happy with yourself because you're not, because what you created doesn't give you the joy, the peace, and the love you need. Don't go around complaining about somebody don't love you, this, that. Don't go around chasing some dude who don't even understand, who hates himself. Don't go around spending your time and your money and all your resources chasing some woman who has no idea of the world that she created. And you want to go and live in that world? I think we need immediate help. This is why we have been given the ability by a divine Father to help us get understanding. Because we are perishing. We are perishing because of lack of understanding. If you don't understand how things work, you're in trouble. You are experimenting life. You're trying to see if these screws can go in that nuts. You're picking the wrong nuts, trying to put it in the wrong bolt. And they don't have the same threads. So you keep trying to screw these nuts in that bolt. You want to make it happen. And that's how we're living. And that's how we have relationship with ourselves. Also, we're trying to have the same relationship with others. Ain't that crazy? Cheers. I enjoy drinking tea. Ignorance is the most dangerous thing that a man can possess. So, how can we go from here? I gave you one key yesterday, and I'm not going to repeat it. Go and watch the first video and get yourself one of the keys there and begin to apply in your life. Speaking of applying, we're going to talk about that. A wise man says, guard your heart, which it speaks of your mind instead. Guard your heart, which is your mind, diligently. Why? Because that is where issue of life comes out or spring out. God, protect it carefully with understanding. You see, you cannot guard something or protect something if you don't have idea of it, or if you are not knowledgeable about it. You have no understanding of it. If you understand something and you know the stuff, you value everything in life, you value differently according to understanding of it. I value this tea or this cup of tea according to the knowledge I have of it, or the benefits that I get out of it. So I place certain value on it. What do you value the most in your life? What do you spend your resource? Your higher resource is your time. Remember, we talked about that yesterday. Your time is your life. Whatever is consuming your time or you place your time in, that's your life. But we learned something today, that the most important thing, or supposed to be the first priority in our life, is to guard or protect this heart, which is a mind. And we know that this mind is the world. Actually, it's a divine creation place. I should say this is your heaven. You live in it, and you will die in it. Remember, when you die, you take it with you. You take everything there with you. Some of you might not agree with me. I'm not here to ask you to believe what I said. I bring you information that I've received, that I know it works. It's real. But you are the judge for yourself. So the wise man said, our first priority needs to be understanding the value of your heart. And when you get that knowledge, you get that understanding, automatically you will attain to it. You will place a certain value to it. Another thing, it depends how you see it. If you can see it clearly that this is the most valuable thing that I have been given in life, that everything springs out of it, oh man, I told you, this is heaven to me. The wise man just said it. This is in the book of Proverbs chapter 4 verse 27. Issue of life springs out of it. So this is mechanical creation that you walk around with, but you're not aware of it. Now you see why we have decided to begin to explore the topic we call reconstructing your world. Your life is a construction. How do you want to construct your life? How do you want to build your life? In order for you to build this life, you need some materials, right? But at the same token, you don't need all material. You need some material that the building required. Or the vision of the building you want to live in required. That also take knowledge. It take research. This book tells us that this is supposed to be the most place where we should take our time to sit down and get to understand it very well. If you don't understand, if you don't know anything so well, you experiment life. So it is crazy that we go to school to learn other stuff. We value our educational traditional more than anything else. We are trained out of what is real, what is first, what should be our first priority. We have been taught out of it. But it is amazing that, speaking of the word God, why do we need to guard this place diligently? The word diligently also means wisely. You cannot guard something wisely or protect something wisely or with wisdom unless you have an understanding of the thing. Then that raises up your sense of value. You know what? Then you will be able to spend your resource, your time, which is your life, your energy, to make sure this place is secured. If everything springs out of there, then what do you permit? You see, when you get to know this place, the value of it, you have an understanding of your mind, then you also have a mastery of it. You masterize it. If you master something, means that you are in charge of it. You know when you want it to move at a certain speed. You know where you want it to turn. You see, you are in control. So, you also will be in the power or in the position of power that you only allow certain things to spring out. And it should be something you treasure, something beautiful. Why? You want to vibrate something nice to others or to the universe. My friend, guess what we do? Guess what we value the most? Guess what we spend our resource, time, energy? You know, we build what we call house that we live in, the environment that we, our resident, local resident, if you would, and we place good things in it. I'm not against good thing. It's good. Material stuff. And we hired somebody to be the guard of the entries of that mansion. Everything nice, Mansion. To make sure no one have access to this environment unless someone is permitted or has relationship or it was invited to come in. We have dogs that we put in. We have fences. All this for our protection of our goods, and someone breaking into our life or in our in the material world that we created. We decorate this house with golds, beautiful material stuff. I'm not against that. It's good to have it. It brings some sense of joy, not full joy. It brings some sense of peace, but not a lasting peace. Now, if we can apply that into this mansion, can you imagine? That's what the wise man says. Value this mansion the most. Diligently guard it. But unfortunately, you are the guard. You are the one sitting at the entrance, making sure that no one have access to this mansion unless you permit them. Then you open the gate. Then they walk in your mansion. It does not require anybody else but yourself. Are you aware of this? Is this what you do or what you have done? I know some people who are doing this. They have tremendous peace. They are enjoying life to the fullness. They don't even show off because they reach a certain dimension that don't require you to brag or to show off. Knowledge and good understanding separate people. You know that, right? Who live in different dimensions. There are people who have tapped into that knowledge and they guard this treasure. They create a perfect world they live in. They treasure this world that they created, that they are knowledgeable about, with expensive value of unseen stuff. So out of them, out of their world, out of their mind, springs beauty and sweetness into the universe. They have no fear. They have no worry. They are in charge of what they want to create or what they want to project. Guard your heart, your mind, this mansion, this heavenly place, yourself, with knowledge. You see, only a wise man can do that. How can you become wise? The word wisdom only comes from two words: understanding and knowledge. And knowledge is information. Understanding is comprehension. Now, when you get these two, you are left with one thing. If you apply them, it becomes wisdom. So the application of information and of comprehension equal to wisdom. You can be knowledgeable about something, but if you don't apply it into your life, you are no different than a fool. You are no different than someone who has no knowledge. And most of us are that way. We are lazy to put the information and the comprehension into practical. Instead, we created a lazy concept called just pray and God will bless you. God will send you an angel and it will bring you a plate of food. He will pay your bills. That's why your car get repossessed. That's why we have weird dreams. That's why you're going crazy. That's why what comes out of your mouth is bitterness. And remember, you are still creating that bitterness, and you will continue to live in them. You see, when you begin to acquire this understanding and knowledge, you become wise when you apply them in your life that give you a value of your mansion. You begin to protect it, making sure nothing else come in unless I invited it, and what must come in must be that which a treasure that are similar to what I know and understand. Add more value to what I already created. Not suck it out. You only take something small to go in and destroy the rest that you have built for years. That's why this program is called The Light of the World, and is for reconstructing your world. You have built it, but to renovate something or to reconstruct something, it costs. It costs you a lot. Sometimes more than what you have spent already when you build that mansion or that home, that house, your world. So if you want this to work for you, sit down, like the book say, and do estimate of the cost. Don't start building something without knowledge, without understanding. Gather information that you need. Put them together. Do the math. See how long will it take you to finish that construction. What kind of material do you need? And who got the best material that can build this house of my dream concretely or solid, that I don't have to worry about doing any renovation anytime soon or reconstruction anytime soon. So you go and you buy the best, you hire the best constructor, architecture, that knows where the best materials are sold. That's knowledge. You're trying to bring the best people that know how this thing done in your construction. And they will give you advice and ideas. That's what this is for. That's what this idea was born out of. The light of the world is to give you ideas and to show you where the best materials are, and also help you, give you information that you need to start your construction and finish it well. We allow someone else to guard us or to lead us. We are politicians. We vote them into our personal power. Lead me, guard me, protect me, create for me this and that. Is that not ignorant? We live in ignorance. Are politicians guiding you or leading you where? Where are you going? Where are they taking you? We go to the priests that don't even know themselves. They are in conflicts with themselves constantly. They can't stand themselves. And you want that man or that woman to guide you, to lead you. Where? Where is she taking you? Where is he taking you? That's the question. These people have their personal problem, and you want to add yours to theirs? That tells me that you are lazy. You are completely lost. Guess where they're taking you? To their world of confusion. To their world that they can't stand. To their world of illusion. I'm not here to lead you anywhere. Don't follow me. I'm here to place something in your hand so you can lead yourself. I don't believe you can be a follower of anything or someone. Why? Ain't you God to create your own world? You've been creating your world anyway without the politicians and the priests. You are still stuck in the world you created. Can you kind of wake up there? Can you see that something is missing? I am here not against any of your belief system, any of your religion system. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm here to face you one-on-one. I'm here to talk with us. So, don't spend your energy and your time and your resource going there trying to allow someone to enter in your world, in your mind, to take you in no place. Sit down with yourself and ask yourself, who are you? Then begin to discuss the issue. Remember, all issue comes from within. not from outside. You're trying to live in the outside world too much. That's why you dedicate your entire life in someone's world. You work for somebody until you get old and you can't do nothing for yourself. And then you sit in a rocking chair waiting for your death. They have trained us to be a slave of someone else's world. If they have true love for you, why ain't they train you to be a master of yourself, a master of your world, that you can create other good things for all of us? If this world that you live in is not carefully regulated first, nothing good comes out of it. If you don't learn how to sit down and clean this eye drive and begin to place something different in it, you are marvelous, created marvelous. You are a wonder to this world. You are powerful, and we're going to talk about this some other time. So, have you learned something so far? Have this been beneficial to you? Cheers. I love my tea. So, your time, which is your life, is one of the most thing that you need to guard. It's a current that you use. We call money currents, right? Your time is a current. Your life is a current. How do you spend your money? How do you spend your time, your life? Do you even know? Or do you have a budget of your time, which is your life, which is the current that you spend? Do you have a plan for it? What are you spending your life in? Who are you spending your life to? You should not spend your money, which is your time, which is your life, into anything that is not first in your life. What should be your first priority? Your world, your mind, your thoughts. This should be the first thing you do every morning when you wake up. Invest in it first. Invest in your mind first. Invest in your life first. Don't just be rushing, trying to go to a man's job, fighting all traffic, attitude. You even eat on the way while you're driving. You almost hit somebody So many people have died on their way to the job. They have killed themselves. They have either killed somebody, or they have got into a hard accident that almost cost their life, and also cost them tons of money to fix their car and to repair the other person's car. Why? You are investing your life, your time, into a wrong priority. You are not in charge of your life. You are not in charge. If you're not in charge of your time, you're not in charge of your life. Whoever is in charge of your time, he owns your life. Remember, your time is your life, is your currency. And after they use your time, which is your life, to the point they also understand that you have nothing left for yourself, and you come home tired, frustrated, depressed, and you throw your bones on the couch or on the bed. Sometimes you won't even take a shower. You have no sense of life at all completely. They wipe you out. Wake up and begin to take control back to yourself. Control of your life. Don't be afraid to take chances. Do something different with your life, but it starts with this. Sitting down with yourself. Learn to guard it and learn to add valuable things into it. The right information, the right stuff. Don't put something in there until you clean this hard drive. Clean it. You know, your mind is a garden of life. This is the garden of Eden. Everything the Bible talk about, we will go into deeper things that it will blow your mind. Remember, this is your garden of Eden that God placed you in first. The Bible says after He finished creating you, He didn't just put you anywhere to find way of life by yourself, but He took a man and put him in the garden of Eden that He created. At one point, God created this world, this garden that it puts you in. Why did He has to create that place first? Remember, the Garden of Eden was created before you and I. God is not stupid. He's not going to create something and trying to figure out, where am I going to place this? Where am I going to put this? He arranged the place before He can bring the product in. It was prepared before you were created. And in the garden, you know, that is where the presence of God is. That is the place where heaven environment is connected with. That is where the place you and God walk together. Oh man, I hope you get this. I hope you get this. This will bless you. We will go into that into detail. We know the story. I'm going to jump it because my time is up. I got to run. The Bible says after the man messed up, he placed an angel to guard. Whoa. To guard the garden. To see that man would not return back in there. So you see, that when man discovered to create their own world. What world? The world you're living in. The world of confusion, conflicts, illusion, hate, bitterness, friction, fight, war, jealousy, competition. The world of ignorance. Hey, we got a lot to talk about. This broadcast here is a true light of the world, of your world. When your world is enlightened, then you can go and light someone else's world. This is the plan. Then the whole entire environment we live in shall be enlightened. But it starts with you. See, you're trying to change something that you can't. If you can't change your own world, what make you think you can go out there? You're already out there anyway. Guess what you're doing? Destroying. Well, I hope you enjoy this lesson. I'm very happy to bring you this. And peace be with you. Until next time, we are here to enlighten your world. Thank you.